Namaste, this is JVN Dr. Rakesh Sharma, Professor Department Organon of Medicine and Homeopathic Philosophy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I welcome all of you in today's session, Kent Lecture 21, Chronic Diseases, Psychosis. It is not generally known that there are two kinds of gonorrhea. One that is essentially chronic, having no disposition to recovery but continuing on indefinitely and involving the whole constitution in varying forms of symptoms, and one that is acute, having a tendency to recover after a few weeks or months. They are both contagious. There are also simple inflammation of the urethra attended with discharges which are not contagious, and thus we have simple inflammations of the urethra and specific inflammations of the urethra. And one of the specific, we have the two kinds I have mentioned, the chronic and acute, means acute gonorrhea and chronic gonorrhea. The majority of the cases of gonorrhea are acute. There is a period of prodrome, a period of progress, and a period of decline, being thus in accordance with the acute miasm. The acute may really and truly be called a gonorrhea because about all there is of it is this discharge. If the suppressive treatment be resorted to in the acute, the system is sufficiently vigorous in most cases to throw off the after effects. The suppression can't bring on the constitutional symptoms called psychosis. It can't be followed by figwarts nor constitutional states such as anemia, but while constitutional symptoms cannot follow the suppression of the acute miasm, they will follow suppression of the chronic miasm and become very serious. Most of the cases of true psychosis that are brought before the physician at the present time are those that have been suppressed, and they are a dozen times more grievous than when in the primary stage. In both the acute and the chronic, the prodromal period is about the same, from 8 to 12 days, and there is no essential difference between the discharge of the acute and chronic. It is a mucopurulent discharge. Here is the quality of the discharge is mucopurulent and may have all the appearances that any acute discharge of the urethra might take on. Any simple remedy conforms to the nature of the discharge itself will soon turn the acute miasm into a state of health, but it requires antipsychotic remedies to turn the constitutional psychotic gonorrhea into health. Here is the necessity of antipsychotic remedies. Without it, there is no return of health. In the very earliest stage of the discharge, it is not necessary to make a distinction, but after the disease progresses for weeks, it becomes necessary to make a distinction and to follow the remedy that conform to psychotic constitution fully developed. Remedies are picked out for psychosis in the same way that the remedies picked out in any miasmatic disease by making an anamnesis. An, am- an anamnesis of all the psychotic cases which we have had enables us to look at the constitutional state of psychosis just in the same way as Hahnemann, by an anamnesis of Sora, ascertained its nature and worked out the remedies that are similar in nature and action of Sora. So, all medicines that are capable of producing the image of psychosis may be called antipsychotic, but we can put it in this way also and say all those remedies are antipsychotic, which, when given to a psychotic case in its advanced state, are able to turn the disease backward to reproduce the earlier forms and bring back the discharge. A psychotic patient has been cured as far as the discharge is concerned, and now marries, for he is told that no harm can come hereafter. But shortly afterwards, his wife comes down with illness, where she had always been a healthy woman before. In the old school, there is no recognition of a gonorrheal condition, nor could the homeopathic physician be sure of this, except for his careful prescribing. You take a man who has gone from 10 to 15 years with this psychotic trouble. He is a waxy, subject to various kinds of figwarts. His lips are pale and its ears almost transparent. He is going into a decline. He has various kinds of manifestations, and these manifestations appear in numerous particulars that we call symptoms. The physician sits down and makes a careful study of the case, and if his perception of it is similar to some long acting, deep acting medicine, and he administers this medicine to the patient begin to improve. So all, all these are about the psychotic miasm. This session powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.